Mummification, the process by which a mummy is made. There are 4 stages of mummification: purifying the body, preparing the body, embalming the body, and bandaging. Preparing the body. Once purified, the body is taken to where it will be embalmed. The chief embalmer is known as he who controls the mysteries. He wears a jackal mask during the embalming process to honor Anubis, the god of embalming. His deputy is known as the god's seal-bearer, which is also the title held by Osiris, god of the dead and afterlife. When the body reaches the embalming house, they preserve its face, which is done by coating it with melted resin, also known as tree sap. The brain is then removed through the nose and discarded. Once the brain was disposed of, the head was stuffed with sawdust, resin, and/or resin-soaked linen in order to keep the head's shape. The brain was considered stuffing for the head and had no real importance. The major internal organs are removed and embalmed separately, except for the heart, which remains in the body for judgment into the afterlife. The stomach and intestines were removed through an incision on the lower left side of the body. The lungs and liver are removed through an incision in the diaphragm. When the organs are removed, they are dried out using nitrin, rubbed with sweet-smelling oils, coated with molten resin, wrapped in linen, and then placed into separate jars known as canopic jars. The person-headed jar guards the liver. The falcon-headed jar guards the intestine. The baboon-headed jar guards the lungs, and the jackal-headed jar guards the embalming the body. The body without its organs is then packed with temporary stuffing and coated with natron for 40 days. After 40 days, the temporary stuffing is removed and the body is rinsed, washed, and then dried. The body is then restuffed with resin-soaked linen, bags of natron, sawdust, and anything else for the body to keep its shape. The body is anointed with juniper oil, beeswax, natron, spices, milk, and wine. The incisions are stitched up and covered with gold foil or wax and adorned with the Eye of Horus. The nostrils, ears, and mouth were then plugged with either linen, wax, onions, or whole bulbs. The whole body was then coated with resin to toughen it and make it waterproof. The soles of the feet and palms of the hands were then stained with henna, the cheeks rouged, lips and eyebrows painted, and then the men were painted with red ochre and the women with yellow. Bandaging the body. The body is covered by a yellow shroud before being bandaged. The bandaging process takes 15 days and starts with the fingers and the toes. After each process, the body is painted with melted resin. Men were wrapped with their arms extended, hands placed over their genitals. Women with their arms extended and hands placed on their thighs. Pharaohs were wrapped with their arms crossed over their chests in the manner of Osiris, god of the afterlife. The body is placed in a red shroud and adorned with beads and a mummy mask, which covers the head and the shoulders of the body. Once the body is bandaged, it is placed in its sarcophagus and taken to the place where it will spend eternity.